Hey guys, this is Katja with Creative Image Studio. This week a card, and I created that with the Graphic 45, a Proper Gentleman collection. So here we go. So lots of layering here, you guys. What I had left over were 2 tags of the tags and label sheet of this collection. I had a cut apart. I had some of the cut apart stamps left over. I had one of the, let's say, borders and labels of the collection left over, and some paper. So I layered a double layer here, and this second layer I distressed with my scissors here. And then I inked around the edges with black soot, but it gives a nice rough edge. I also have a tag punch. So with 1 scrap of design paper I punched a tag and then added a little eyelet. Now look the difference that makes. It is a tag at once. Now these screw brads I really adore, especially for cards that are meant for men or guys. So this is a perfect brad for such an occasion. And the pattern of those labels often have these kind of circles, so suggestive of an eyelet. And I usually do a couple of things, or one of a couple of things. This is one of them. So I create a ring from glitter glue, stickles in this case. So this is suggestive of an eyelet, but it's not really an eyelet. Another thing that I do is take metal brads, like this screw brad. This is a circle here as well, see, so it's a screw brad, or like these metal, let's say nail brad, so it's like we hammered it in, right? So here. Now this and this small cut apart here, I made it dimensional. Now you can use dimensional tape, but I experimented with some chipboard because I also have a lot of chipboard pieces left over, and these are ideal to lift your cut aparts. Well, here. And the nice thing with chipboard is you just ink around the edges first, so it's nicely black, and then you glue your paper onto it, and then you've created your own chipboard piece. And this is a tip that I actually found on YouTube, and I think it was my Butterfly Kisses that came up with that idea, or at least that I saw the idea from, so was inspired by that. Now the back of the card, beautiful paper. It reminds me of fabric or silk, or like the materials that a men's tie is made from, so I really love this collection. And this is one of the borders. Well, the buttons are in the pattern of the paper, so just did a decorative border here. And let's go to the inside. Now I'm a big fan of doing the inside as well. You could of course leave it as is, so in this case simply plain black. But I always, especially if I have lots of papers left over, I also like to use them on the inside of the card. So again, a double layer of design paper, rounded the corners here. This is one of the labels of the collection again, and this time I did use some dimensional tape. Now here you can see the difference, because these kind of tapes are usually white. Now here you can see the difference because this white shows, and this is the black of the chipboard, so the chipboard that I made black, and here as well. So I think I'm going to be a fan of using chipboard pieces for my dimensional works. Anyway, so a bit of dimension here on the inside, and this is a third thing that I do with these labels. So this time I left the circle as is and then created my own nail, as it were, or the suggestion of a brad, by just adding a blob of stickles, in this case distress stickles, and it gives a nice effect. Now for this journaling space here, I used a die by Nelly Snellen, a Dutch brand, and this is part of a series of nested dies, and as you can see it gives you a nice vintage edge. So I really love this die set. So yeah, this was my card. I hope you found some inspiration from it. Please like and subscribe, you guys. Please press those thumbs up if you like this video, because it will support this channel. It will help me to build my subscriber base and keep making videos for you every single week, guys. Okay, I will see you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye.